Campers, it's me, Ari Lehman, the first Jason Voorhees. From Friday the 13th, I'm here with AJ, and he's got the juiciest slice ready for you. It's dripping with blood. Jason never dies.
What makes a horror film kill memorable, terrific, even in some way profound or poignant? Let's explore. Thanks for checking this out. If anything about it trips your fancy, please like, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
Without further ado...
Wait till you get a load of Judy! Man, oh man! Oh yeah? You'll see.
This rousing endorsement makes Ricky all the more anxious to reunite with last summer's great love.
Judy! Yo, Judy! How you doing?
Coming upon his lady love, engaged with a group of older boys.
Right.
Judy's distinctly dismissive air toward him.
Oh, that's Ricky. Guess I'm not good enough for her anymore.
Lets Ricky know the chances of rekindling their once mutual juvenile infatuation are nil.
Who are those guys?
Just some boys I met today.
Weren't they a little old for you?
They're the competition, and it means poor Ricky's out of contention.
Don't you know girls mature before boys?
That's bullshit and you know it.
Be that as it may, Judy's maturing, heightens, nay, raises, her popularity, among other things.
Ricky, I don't have time for your nonsense right now.
The kind of rejection that follows a young man like storm clouds, Ricky's whole outlook has darkened.
Well, excuse me, bitch.
Judy couldn't care less about a boy her own age when the older boys are sniffing around. Never let it be said she doesn't know how to make an entrance. Even when she's only crossing a cabin, her hot shit attitude comes through loud and clear.
All right, ladies, let's hurry it up and unpack so we can get these trunks the hell out of here.
That's Meg.
M-E-G.
I guess we needed it spelled out.
This here is Susie. If you got any problems, this is the complaint department. Got it? Okay? Capiche?
I think we got it. M.E.G. Meg's top job as a camp counselor is to make sure the campers have a miserable summer. Beautiful chaos. Judy maybe intrigues Angela. It would seem the quiet young lady has spent little time around other girls. Of course, her motives are misconstrued as intrusive probing, rather than genuine curiosity.
What are you looking at?
More evidence Angela wasn't properly socialized. She doesn't understand social decorum.
What are you taking pictures? Quit it! You must be Angela.
Recognizing Angela has social issues, Susie steps in while M.E.G. Meg shows where her alliances lay.
Looks like we got a real winner here. You ain't kidding.
Soon, she's mocking Angela behind her back, reinforcing Judy's disdain with a good laugh.
If she were any quieter, she'd be dead.
Judy will take every opportunity to undercut the quiet girl.
So how about it? You wanna go?
Especially when she's making social strides with a male suitor.
Hey! How come Angela gets to talk to the boys all day?
The great injustice. She could be flirting and bargaining away fractions of her innocence, what little of it there is left, but instead she has to participate in team sports. Oh, the unfairness of it all.
And we have to play volleyball. What's she? Special?
Sicked on Angela, M.E.G. Meg takes it upon herself to cut her down a peg.
If you're not going to participate in our activities, then you just sit there and you do nothing.
Since teenage boys are persistent, Paul finds a way to make time with Angela.
Well, well.
If it isn't the two lovebirds.
Why don't you get out of here?
Judy can't help but be a menace, flaunting her womanly wiles and entitled attitude while establishing her turf.
Oh, sorry.
She's such a jerk sometimes, isn't she?
Judy reflects a young lady used to getting her way, which means when something goes counter to her expectations, she reacts angrily.
Let's not forget to thank Angela for getting Meg in trouble.
I didn't do anything.
Angela's low-key denial of guilt frustrates her to no end, forcing her to get physical.
You never do shit.
Never has she been so galled, and how dare Angela hold the pillow she threw into her arms?
Give me that.
One thing is clear, she needs to think of a real zinger. She needs to strike upon something to really tear down the quiet girl who dared hold her pillow and still dares defy her.
Hey, Angela.
Oh, she's sure she's got a good one.
How come you never take showers when the rest of us do? Huh?
Some people are just shy. If there were more to it, it would be a big nudge nudge wink wink surprise.
You queer or something?
Wouldn't someone attracted to the same sex want to participate in a group shower? Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Oh, I know what it is. You haven't reached puberty yet.
During the delicate teen years, when insecurities run rampant, such speculation is a real low blow. Everyone develops at his or her individual pace.
Is that it? I bet you don't even have your period. That's enough, Judy.
Taking it way too far for no good reason. Judy's on a roll.
Yeah, she takes showers when no one can see she has no hair down below. Judy!
Really ramped up, she forces Susie to step in.
She's a real carpenter's dream. Felilla's a board and needs a screw. That's enough.
Maybe too ramped up. Judy refuses to stand down, obviously hysterical, necessitating a factory reset.
Back off!
Paul continues to make inroads with Angela, only to be stymied by her resistance to getting touchy-feely.
Hey, I understand.
Please don't.
All the mixed signals have him a bit frustrated, and his balls in a knot.
What's the matter with you?
I have to go.
Even though on some level Angela is interested in Paul,
Angela? Angela?
Let her go.
matters outside her control force her to pull away.
I don't know why you keep bothering with her. She's so...
What is she? How is Judy going to dump on Angela? Say she's a mouse, a mute, or a weirdo?
Small.
What do you know?
Of course, she attacks what's outside Angela's control. A little seductress, Judy has no problem letting him know what she brings to the party.
I know a lot of things.
Yeah, I bet she does. Growing up goes fast once those boobs come in, and in swoop the older boys, not afraid to round bases.
Come on. No one will see us.
As lovelorn Ricky's best buddy, and Angela's pursuer, Paul represents a twofer, a way to wreak double the havoc.
Jesus, will you loosen up already?
What's the best rush? Up the treachery, and maximize on the jealousy.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It might also thrill her to chip away at Paul's boyish naivete.
I guess not.
But the best aspect will always be playing her part in a major betrayal.
Angela!
Not his intention to break Angela's heart. He thought he could get in some practice with Judy, and everyone would be none the wiser. What can I say? Young men have odd logic when there isn't enough blood in their brains. Paul makes haste to pursue the true object of his affection.
Angela!
Hey, where you going?
Having witnessed it all, Ricky's disgusted with Judy's antics.
You're a real scumbag, Judy, you know that?
A real man-eater type, she won't let someone she chewed up and spit out get her down. Sure, she could have him with but the mere snapping of her fingers.
Fuck you, Ricky. You're just jealous.
The way he only gives her the bird without another word as he walks away shows a great deal of restraint. Attraction not one of those things easily changed. Paul still desires to make time with Angela, which means he needs to do a lot of making up.
Back together so soon? Boy, Angela.
Of course, Judy can't help but insinuate her form in their business.
You sure are forgiving. Especially after you told me what a prude you are.
Paul learns a hard lesson about the hardest way. His private divulgences thrown in his face.
That is the word you used, isn't it, Paul?
Judy strikes again with sinister precision and kill shot accuracy, and Paul, he's just done.
Gotta go.
Bye, Paul.
Not finished. Judy wants to rub it in and make Angela suffer while throwing shade and making it clear how much better she is than her.
He's really no big deal, you know. I mean, he's okay for you.
Not getting the reaction she would have liked.
How about a little swim? Huh, Angela?
Judy orchestrates something sure to get Angela's goat.
What do you say we get that beautiful bod of yours into the water?
Angela's only response to the threat is a stare that would melt steel. Harder than steel, Judy won't buckle even a little. She's on another roll.
So how about it, Angela? Let's go for a swim. Oh, what's the matter?
What she wants most, a reaction, preferably an emotional one.
You afraid? Huh? Huh?
Angela won't give her, so she has to take it even farther, intent on getting what she desperately wants.
Well, say something, you spoiled little bitch. It's a problem.
With a vengeful counselor on her side to undertake her dirty work,
My good friend, Angela here, doesn't feel like going in the water today.
Judy is able to mastermind a cruel act that will force Angela to respond.
Oh, she doesn't, does she? Well, I think I can fix that.
MEG Meg scoops her up and takes her to the lake. If a kid has an aversion to swimming, isn't it better not to risk drowning? But what do I know? The way the lifeguard rushes to the rescue makes me think the slaps on the wrist that result from this are inadequate punishment. Whatever. Judy, always on the make, is soon on to her next conquest.
Do you have to kiss so wet?
Sorry.
Such pointed criticism delivered that harshly wouldn't be a kick in the ego at all.
Quick, under the bed.
No sooner than they resume making out, the approach of an interloper breaks their concentration.
Hi, Mel.
It's only camp owner Mel, looking for MEG Meg, because she has serious daddy issues, and made it known to him she's open to the kind of fornication that reveals a lot of childhood trauma. But Judy professes no knowledge of her exact whereabouts.
You're not going to the social tonight, eh?
I'm a little tired, so I thought I might get to bed early.
Huh?
Mel throws some other blather at her, and she humors his intrusion with quiet aplomb. The night's paramour returns from his hiding spot beneath her cot, and he must have seen a spider or something, because he's no longer interested in hanging out.
I think I better beat it.
What? You just got here.
No, I just don't want to get caught.
Rebuffed, Judy is none too pleased, and, true to her snide nature, sounds off.
Cut the crap, Mike. He won't be back and you know it.
You never know. Look, I'll see you tomorrow.
Sometimes guys are scared off by a forceful woman, who can lie through her teeth seamlessly without a second thought.
Don't bet on it. Chicken shit.
And is more than a little mean when she doesn't get her way. A short time later, she is changed into her night clothes and is dealing with her hair. There's a noise that makes her think she might get a reprieve from a lonely night.
Mike? That you?
An instant later, someone arrives, concealing his or her identity. For someone who makes a game of creating enemies, she is only mildly curious who's entering.
Who is that?
The sort of privileged somebody so assured she's such a winner nothing too rotten could ever befall her. Before she knows it, she's closed inside with her worst nightmare, someone who spats in the face of her entitlement.
Well, whatever it is, don't turn the light on. We'll have to go to the stupid social.
And she's still concerned about the social obligations that go along with being Miss Popularity, denying the others the time they would have due to her absence. Classic power play and bitch move.
Oh, it's you.
If only she knew what her haughty little power grab would cost her.
What do you want? Well?
Total compliance? You rendered supremely vulnerable? Immobilized? You know, no resistance? That whole involuntary subservience? Loss of control bag? Gotta get her legs into position. Make sure she's situated correctly for what's to come. Conked out, off in La La Land, Judy has no idea she's on the cusp of a liaison akin to what she was hoping for, but it seems doubtful she would consent to what's about to happen. The killer operates with methodical precision. Intent on fulfilling their desire to teach Judy a lesson about what happens to the dirty girls that bully, fool around, and fling pillows with zero regard for others. Mentioning pillows, this one is put to good use, at once a sound suppressant and a smothering implement. Keeping the screams dampened will be important. Personality-wise, Judy might be harder than steel, but when all is said and done, Miss Priss is still a being of tender flesh, especially particular parts of her anatomy. The killer wants her in agony while simultaneously humiliating her, showing her that naughty girls that flaunt and flex their sexual allure might get the hot end of a solid shaft, but that stiff length can be a misappropriated curling iron. Suffocating her as she takes the hottest, most burning thrusting of her life. The end comes only after all the hurt that accompanies burning a delicate area, unmistakable violation, and the undercutting of all her privilege, delivered in one fell swoop. When an exit stomps instead of tiptoes across transgressive boundaries to depict incredible confusion, fury, and uncontrollable urges, through an act so brutal it has to be depicted in shadows, it penetrates extraordinary territory like, well, a hot curling iron shoved where it most certainly doesn't belong. This one could be all about justice meted to a mean girl who used her smoldering sexuality as a tool in manipulation to one-up the competition. Already physically blessed, her stunning eagerness to play lured the boys all the more. Her experience a selling point, her obvious womanhood on display like a shiny sports car on a showroom turntable. But it goes so much deeper than that, deeper than Judy ever knew, deeper than even that curling iron got. Even if in the fleeting moment before her murder, she recognized the face of her killer, she never learned the real motive behind it all, the secret that drove a young camper to kill again and again. Who was the killer?
I told you she was playing with half a deck. Angela the Nutcake. Ain't that right, Angela? Ain't you Looney Tunes?
That's right, Quiet Girl Angela, the focus of Judy's bullying campaign. What was her secret?
God, she's a boy.
After an accident that left a young boy named Peter an orphan, his deranged aunt, a uniquely odd woman named Martha,
As a welcome home present, I bought you such wonderful new clothes.
made a unilateral decision to willy-nilly forget about Peter's willy, and without a second thought, switch the boy's gender.
A little girl would be so much nicer, don't you think so, Angela?
A choice that culminated in this mess, when the resultant girl hit the age when strapping it down would no longer suffice. Looming physical changes were probably leading to involuntary erections, among other issues. Not to mention the other big change in her life that coincided with her hitting the age of puberty, namely being released from her oppressive cage and going to camp for the first time, tearing off blinders she had been forced to wear since the tragedy in her childhood. There's no getting around that due to Aunt Martha's funny business, Angela was extremely sheltered before becoming a camper. Seems doubtful there was ever even a sleepover to prepare her, so right off she was tossed in the deep end of the social pool, to sink or swim by her own merits. Difficult for many under even the best circumstances. Hauling around a humdinger of a secret clearly affected her personality, leading to a laconic and taciturn nature that prohibited her from ever getting too close to anyone, which might have worked fine had her good looks and mysteriousness not drawn male interest, in turn triggering her interest, with Aunt Martha's own problems with men in the past.
But of course, when my husband left... Oh, well, that's all water under the bridges, I always say.
You have to wonder why the hubristic woman didn't have the foresight to go out of her way to warn Angela off men in a bigger way, because it could only lead to trouble. It really shows the Pandora's box element of romantic interest, how once opened, the urges are hard to ignore, and God forbid another blooming girl should receive male attention when Judy was around, especially the one she caught staring at her. There were two possibilities to what was up with all that. Angela was wool-gathering, looking off in the middle distance, and Judy happened to fall within the range of her gaze. Or maybe Angela was intrigued by her, and if so, likely for a whole gamut of reasons. What might those be? A young nubile girl in her prime, Judy was the peak of feminine attractiveness, what Angela in some way aspired to be, even if it was in some way against her will and hidden nature. Word of Judy's blossoming preceded her first appearance, so those were the terms she was framed into Angela, because she had developed, she was the girl others desired. To someone like Angela, someone struggling with their buried identity, a pixie so popular and sure of herself could be of great curiosity to one looking to maybe not break out of her shell, but at least fit in better. But what if there was more to it? Adding to the confusion, on a strange level, Angela might have been attracted to Judy. Hear me out. The thing of it is, Angela wasn't technically a transsexual, a young man with gender dysphoria choosing to present as female. Instead, Angela was forced to play the role of a girl to satisfy her mentally ill aunt's fanatical desire to have a daughter in what amounted to dress up and make-believe. Who was Angela in her head? Were there always echoes of Peter? Was she trapped in a tortured duality, split between two genders? Judy had no idea what she was playing with, a confused person straddling an edge between being a girl with a female's desires, and a suppressed boy starting to bristle with hormones, erections, maybe even wet dreams. And on top of that, both sides were saddled with a desire to express their budding sexuality, whatever that may be, at the intersection of gender and sexual expression. Angela comes off as a prude because she doesn't know how to deliver in terms of being a girl. As a female, she lacks the right parts, the expected anatomy. So the whole time, she was frustrated too, not able to reconcile how to act accordingly when she brought a second mystery penis to the party. Think of the awkward situation Angela was in, always worrying about her bulge, about stimulation revealing her secret, the possibility if anyone got too close, she would become aroused, and they would brush up against her too eager member. Keeping secrets has the power to burn someone up inside.
Yep, that stands up to scrutiny.
It's why even serial killers oftentimes own up, driven by a deep-seated urge to cleanse the soul through confession. Not that this film should be a place for serious dissertation about sexual identity and orientation, but it presents an interesting question about nature and nurture. Were Angela Peter, would he be a homosexual? Or was Angela's interest in male attention purely because that was the expectation put on her shoulders as a girl?
You and Angela sure are becoming quite an item.
So what?
Was that where the conflict arose? Why learning the secret meant Paul had to wind up a severed head? If Angela were attracted to Judy, a good question to ask, beyond her bountiful assets, why have desire for a girl like her?
She's such a bitch.
People who have suffered tragedy, possible brain damage, and mental abuse can end up with emotional hiccups and vulnerabilities that lead to an odd vetting process when it comes to who activates sexual yearning. Part of this can come from a peculiar idea that someone who seemingly displays their damage in the form of cruelness is worth fixing, a project to take on. Basically, such fixers are drawn like moths to the flame because for some reason they want to get burned. Such can arise from deep insecurities, self-loathing, and here, a heap of survivor's guilt too. Feeling that it's deserved, it can make damaged people seek out those who punish them with unkindness and other burns. The psychology of that is a weird business that has sent many down the path of sorrow, regret, and death by a million little singes. Some human bondage themes on display maybe.
There's more than one way to skin a cat.
This would add new dimensions to Judy moving in on Paul, and how her scheming perhaps created more of a love triangle than any of them realized. But that's purely speculation. There's a lot of fertile ground in this one for that, since the twist opens up a whole bevy of questions. No matter what, boy, girl, through her bitchy behavior, Judy drove Angela's darkest side. One of those side thorns that must have directly poked a nerve. When Angela struck, she demanded total obedience, made Judy her plaything, to be used and abused. The sexual overtones to this are unambiguous. It emerges as a weird power move, a violation carried out to put Judy in her place, forcing her to submit, without even offering room to grovel and beg. In a nutshell, just suffer.
I don't have time for your nonsense right now.
No sanctity for life, no thought towards remnants of innocence. Angela rammed that thing home, a terrible, unforgettable diddling, and all while smothering the life out of her rival and enemy. Of all the people to cross, to push around, to order thrown in the lake. The way MEG Meg aided and abetted Judy, I think she's in for it too, but that's a story for another day.
That does not include talking with the boys. You're not a goddamn prima donna, you know?
Anyway, Judy crossed someone who would not only kill her, but take the opportunity to sexually humiliate her, punishing her in one of the most egregious ways possible, and all for being a wretched person, and parading around her female anatomy and implicit pulchritude. Sure, Judy was a bully, a classic mean girl and heartbreaker, but was she really deserving of such defilement? I was only playing devil's advocate. Judy earned everything she got for one simple reason. She used her powers of persuasion for evil, and in so doing, peeved off a psychopath with something that might have been akin to vagina envy, or it was satisfying unrequited desire, depending on how much of a hidden crush Angela harbored. Sometimes, even when a penis is there, a proxy needs to stand in. It was all a twisted affair, made all the worse for that they were young, and at a time of hormonal development, when rationale is fleeting at best, as big feels take over. Judy centered on conceitedness and dominance. To her, everything was based on appearance and what it could gain. No doubt she totally took advantage of the status her newfound assets granted her, wielding her power with impudence. Her burgeoning was a subject of keen interest to the young men and other girls alike, because it was a determining factor in where she fell in the popularity hierarchy. Sort of a trendsetter or tastemaker, Judy's looks and attitude also granted her the status of determining where others fit, able to alienate at her arbitrary whim. Was it really arbitrary, though? She hated Angela because how dare a quiet girl with a flat chest be the subject of even one boy's attention?
I just didn't think she was your type. You know what I mean?
When she had a pair of boobs that put all rivals to shame. A hotsy-totsy with a taste for any boy she wanted, and the finer things she could get by arching her back, pushing out her chest, and presenting a smile, Judy believed herself entirely deserving and entitled to her heart's every desire, able to trade in flesh and influence alike.
I don't have time for your nonsense right now.
In such currency, she was a hot commodity, but a whole lot cheaper than she realized.
It doesn't seem fair, does it?
Judy needed more self-respect and to be kinder. She had no clue all that flaunting could lead to a whole lot more than preferential treatment, the boys sniffing after her, and the other girls being jealous. There are a lot of ways to get punished for promiscuity. Conventional forms, let's say any discomfort or burning from an STD or urinary tract infection, would be nothing compared to what Angela had in store for her. When you play with fire, deal in it, you get burned. Judy just didn't know the exact dynamics of how that might happen, how personal the burn could be, in a very private place. Private like she should have kept her contempt for Angela. Judy made it a habit of sticking it to just about everyone. Angela returned the favor, in one of the worst ways possible.
I gotta go.
Well, I've about reached the end of the rope, so I won't leave you dangling. Thanks for humoring my ramblings. Please share any refutations, opinions, accusations, japes, or other ideas in the comments below. And please join me for whatever I'm up to next time. Bye now!
Bye, creepy man! Keep it creepy!
He's a weird guy. Goodbye!
I don't have time for your nonsense right now.
That's the juiciest slice. Yeah, not.